Hello everyone, Vitaly here, and in this video I want to talk to you about the subject of better promoting your travel content, whether that be through YouTube, through Pinterest, through Facebook, and more specifically through imagery or videos that deal with promoting popular destinations like, let's say, Hawaii or Florida or some kind of Caribbean destination, Puerto Rico, Aruba, Greece, Thailand, Italy, Spain, that sort of stuff. A lot of these places that I just listed are very popular destinations that people love to visit. And so if you naturally create content on, let's say, YouTube that talks about the best things to do in a specific Thailand vacation spot where you have beautiful clear blue water beaches with mountains and a lot of cool activities, or somewhere in the Bahamas or something along Hawaii and stuff like that, you can create beautiful pins. You can create videos on YouTube that showcase the best things to do in each of these areas, and that could be its own separate video. You can also create imagery or some kind of video reel in a post on Facebook and promote that. But one of the things I recommend that you do, regardless of which avenue you decide to promote these places through, is to try to add more imagery or video content that has a sunset or has beaches, because these particular keywords are synonymous with a lot of these locations. So let's say, for example, that you're trying to promote the best things to do in, let's say, Oahu, which is a very popular destination in Hawaii. And so if you're going to promote that on, let's say, YouTube, and you're trying to make a thumbnail for your video, try to make a picture of this place that has maybe a beautiful beach, or maybe it's a beach and a sunset, or just a sunset, because those are typically things that we think about when we think about these beautiful destinations. So it just makes sense to make it to market it more naturally this way. Now, there's many different ways that you can do this. You can record videos. Maybe you've been to one of these places. Maybe you can get some content from AI to help you with that. Maybe you have existing content that you can update to add a sunset or add a beach. And let me just give you a quick example of what this can look like. So I'm in the image editor where I do a lot of my editing when it comes to photos. And here's one. This is not really a tropical destination, but it is a very popular summer destination. And so it's called Lake George. It's actually in New York. But what I want to do with this picture is I just want to add a beautiful sunset. So add a sunset in the background. And then I click on generate, and we'll see what it does. So my point in showing you this is that you may already have content and imagery that you can just kind of leverage instead of trying to go out there and create brand new content, which you absolutely can. But the point being is that through this approach, you can just kind of recycle old content, especially if it's a new image, or rather an old image that's already been giving you results. Maybe you've had Pinterest pins that have been getting you good results, and so you take that same Pinterest pin, but now you add a sunset. Guess what? Now you can remarket that pin. If you have some kind of Facebook video or something like that, or maybe a Facebook picture that's been doing well, and you can make another one that has a sunset behind it. So see, now that is a very beautiful picture. All I just did was just say add a sunset to the AI generator over here to make that. So now I can promote this as a Facebook post. Maybe I can make this a thumbnail on YouTube if I'm promoting, the best things to do in Lake George, or some kind of more to the point tropical destination. So when you add imagery whose content is relevant to the location, like Hawaii, you're probably thinking of sunsets, beautiful beaches, mountains, that kind of stuff. That can really help you market those places better. So if you create Pinterest pins that have more sunsets, or rather you're creating more Pinterest pins that promote some kind of destination in Hawaii, and a lot of those pins have a sunset or a beach, they're going to probably do better, because generally speaking, when people look up keywords in Pinterest on, let's say, destinations in Hawaii, they're already kind of thinking about sunsets and beaches. Now, you shouldn't make all of your content like that, but you should make a proportion of your content that you use to, let's say, market let's say on Pinterest, the best things to do in a certain place in Hawaii. Make a portion of those pins that you create have a sunset or have a beach. It just makes sense to do that. I've personally gotten good results doing that. I continue to do that, especially if it's some kind of tropical destination that I'm promoting. Just start doing more of that. It's not difficult to do. You can find a lot of great imagery out there. Canva is a great resource. You can use the image editor that I'm showing you over here as well. And so that is really the main tip of the day that I wanted to share with you. If you have any questions about this, let me know. But as usual, I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.